Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal in the GodBarber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know, truth be told, let's go.
Welcome back to another edition of Truth Be Told, and man, we so happy to be back, man. It was a long break. It was a long break this time, and man, listen, this season is going to be it's going to be a season. This is season 20 for us, I believe. We're on season 20, and once again, man, I'd like to thank you guys for always tuning in and being a part of Truth Be Told. If you are not, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we got a lot of things in store, and we don't want you guys to miss it. Hey, man, listen. This is our first episode, and sometimes we like to say this is the front porch, you know what I'm saying? We got the backyard edition, we got the front porch edition. We're going to open up the season every time, each season, and then hopefully, you know what I'm saying, by the time we get to the backyard, with all the guests that we have, we've been on learning something, or people got inspired, or something green. What's going on, big dog?
Boy, real season 20?
Yes, sir.
Golly, how many shows, real? We had
I don't know, man.
I don't know how many shows we had, boy. But season number 20, that's big, man. I'm glad we keeping it going.
Yeah. And one thing we're gonna do, you know, every so often we're gonna do something a little bit new, the truth be told. And Rat Night Green, you know what I'm saying? We always have somebody behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's time.
It's time.
You know
it's time.
It's time. You know what I'm saying?
Can't touch this.
So I want to just welcome, if we have they know the voice, they may know the name, but they don't necessarily see it, right?
Yeah, I don't think we should welcome because she's not a guest.
That's true, man. You know, she's
not a guest. She truth be told.
She truth be told.
Yeah.
Bump that, man. D-Ray.
So you really gonna tell my
There's a Ray. It's finally on the screen. She is finally on the screen, man. Hey, if you want your body to feel the best, come on out and get that test. PSA, baby. Get your prostate checked, man. All the men, come on out, get down. Let's make a big showing to let the community know that black men do go to the doctor. They say we don't. Y'all come on out, man, get tested, man. We trying to save lives. Like I say, if you want your body to feel the best, come get that test. Desiree, you here?
I'm here.
Desiree, so glad you on the screen with us. Yeah, man. Everybody want to know who that lady with that voice on y'all.
You know me.
Well, a lot of people don't.
She like to say she's the governor of Manatee County. She may be out. A lot of people do know her.
Well, a lot of people do know Desiree.
Yeah.
Desiree some kin to everybody in Manatee County, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so she got to be careful who she deal with.
Very careful.
Yeah.
So listen, let's go ahead and get into the front porch. You know, this is one of them episodes where we just bring up different topics. And if you got something to say, you want to sound off, go ahead and get in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what we got going on, hit that dislike button. Just hit something.
Hit something, man. Hit something, man.
Right now, Green, you just need to hit something.
Boy, hit something, man. Hit something. Just give us some type of feedback, man.
Yeah, man. So listen, man, I know we a little bit behind, but, you know, we just had recently.
Yeah.
You know, we just had a draft thing take place, and one of the big topics of the draft was Mr. Sanders, Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he dropped out of the first round, the second round, the third round. You know, he got picked up the fifth round. Now, a lot of people say it didn't feel right.
Right.
It was something that just like, man, what in the world is going on? His on-field play versus his off the field, I don't want to say antics, just behavior, right? And some people want to say, hey, it may be a reflection on Shador. Some people may say it's a reflection on Prime. Maybe both. I don't know how you guys feel. But evidently, there was something that happened in this draft that this man slid to the fifth round when he was solely projected to be a first-round pick. At least, if not the first quarterback to come off the board, definitely the second or third. No more than third quarterback to come off the board, right? Just so happened, I believe he was probably the sixth quarterback to come off the board, maybe 5 or 6 quarterback to come off the board.
It was that many went before him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had what? You had Cam Ward was number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cam.
Then you had your boy from Ole Miss.
Yeah, Dart.
Then you got boy from
Schaefer, I think his last name. I could be wrong with that. He went to New Orleans. You had Gabriel, and you also had oh man, it just come to me. But we had one more, I believe, that came off the board as well.
From Louisville? No.
That one went to the Saints.
Oh, went to the Saints.
Yeah.
There wasn't that many quarterbacks in the draft, was it?
Yeah.
Well, we found out that it was that many.
Yeah.
So do you think the NFL was behind this whole thing? And when I say the NFL, top office.
Yes.
Why you say that?
I mean, if everyone who's been doing these projections for years have kind of always been spot on with their projections and where they predict certain players to come out, and everyone had him in the top 10 first round, and you go, that late in the draft? Of course. So it's either, like you said, it's either to teach him a lesson or his father, but at the end of the day, like, because they feel like he's cocky with it. And it's not cocky, it's confidence. And so when our black men, or even black people in general, when we know we're good at something, when you know you're just that. So, like, don't punish me because when somebody of the other color do it, they're the leader.
Yeah.
Oh, they got sportsmanship. And no. Keep that same energy both ways.
You know what's funny about that? Because when I was looking over past quarterbacks, right? And the quarterback is typically one of your, that's the face of the team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They're what they do could be a direct reflection on the team, right? Their leadership, and what they bring to the team, how well they get along in the locker room, how well they lead, all that stuff, right? But when I think about Shedeur and what happened, there's been some very unique characters that have come out of college and playing the same position. One that comes to mind is Johnny Manziel. I mean, not only was he cocky, right, but he also was a person that got in a lot of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I don't remember Shedeur getting in off-field trouble like that.
No.
But I don't think it played that much of an effect on Johnny Manziel.
No.
When you think about Baker had his thing now. Baker attitude and his spunkness about him, it was there, right? But I don't think it had that much of an effect when it came down to drafting him.
They call it leadership.
Shoot,
It
man.
is. I mean, you hate to say it, but I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate to say it. I mean, that's just like them wanting black athletes to dumb down their skill set on things. Like, no, we are who we are, and we do what we do. So don't make me dumb down who I am or what I can do because of someone else's inability to match that.
Right.
Like, and then with the accolades and stuff, awards that he's won over his college career, like, that's crap for him to have gone that late in the draft. I don't agree with that.
I mean, I was surprised, though, boy.
Shocking.
I thought for sure he was going first round, just about what he did on the field, his production. And then going by what the critics, NFL, well, I can't say NFL,
But
the media critics were saying he's a first round draft pick, this, he might go here, he might go there, But I'm telling you what I learned, though. I'm not going to even lie. I'm not going to say I learned. But what should be an eye-opener for all the kids that's coming up to this upcoming draft, black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever. NFL let you know they the machine, huh?
Yeah.
You feel me? And they don't have to draft you.
Right.
Because one thing about NFL, it's gonna keep going.
It's gonna keep
Because at one point, I didn't think he was gonna even get his name called.
Right.
The way it was looking.
Yeah.
But from what I took of it too, I don't even think it wasn't even about Shedeur. It was about the
His
dad.
dad.
It was about the dad. And Deion done played in the NFL. Deion is a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Not only that, Deion worked for NFL Network for about 20 years.
Right.
Deion know the inside of the office and the outside of the office. Pretty much all the general managers and people that's in the front office, Deion might have played with them.
Right.
Or got some type of relationship with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they already know, okay, look, we can't tell Shedeur anything
Yeah.
because his daddy pretty much know everything.
Right.
You know? So right there alone, it's going to be a little tension. Now, I heard Tony Dungy talking on TV. He was on one of the podcasts. Tony Dungy said when he heard that Shedeur denied to go to some of the interviews, he knew it was going to be
Shaky. Yeah.
an issue. Now, it's just my thought. I can hear Deion probably saying, look, son, boy, you ain't got to go to all them interviews. Man, you ain't got to. If they want you, they want you.
Right.
And I think those people know that too. Yeah. They know whatever Shedeur doing is coming from the dad. Yeah. So they wasn't really punishing Shedeur. He got affected by it. They were punishing the dad because when Shedeur got drafted, but they was all jumping around. They was having a good time. Yeah. So it didn't affect him. Right. They were trying to get to the dad in my eyes. Because Deion said earlier throughout this process, my son ain't going to no bad organization. Yeah. I'm going to dictate where my son is going to go because years ago,
I was going to say.
Archie Manning.
I was just going to say.
Dictate where his son was going to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Eli was projected to be number one pick. He was the number one pick. So maybe that carried a little bit more weight.
And he did get picked number one.
And he got picked number one. Yeah, he still got picked number one.
Mm-hmm. But he stayed alone.
No. Because he wanted to go to, the Chargers drafted him, but the dad like, nah.
Right.
We ain't going there. Right. So they just made a trade that day, Right. So, and then, because I watch all Colorado stuff. I watch a lot of Deion stuff. I'm a Deion fan. I just like what Deion doing for the whole culture of Colorado and the whole culture of just being Deion.
Right.
Deion also was narrating and was dictating at their pro day. I seen them guys about to get ready to run the 40. Yeah. And the guy, the coaches that instruct the kids how to place their hands and get their foot placement, Deion was like, nah, man, we ain't doing all that. Y'all gonna run the way y'all want to run. Is he telling the truth? Yeah, he telling the truth, but that might have irritated some people, man. Yeah. It might have irritated some people, man. And to me, if Shedeur was, they say he was 6'5". They say he had a stature like a Cam Newton or somebody. I don't think he fall that far. Shedeur is 6'1", and sometimes they look for him. They looking at Deion kids to be like Deion, right. To be athletic like Deion. Shedeur ain't athletic like Deion. Right. Shedeur he got a good quarterback IQ. Mm-hmm. Right. He's very accurate, right. And they might be looking at him sheltered a little bit because his dad been there with him every step of the way, which is positive. But right. On a football note, let's think about football, real. Let's think about, let's say your son. Yeah. You've been coaching your son from little league all the way up to college. Yeah. Okay? So now, when somebody else trying to coach your son ain't listening. Man, I've been listening to my dad all this time. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yeah. Now he's away from the dad. Is Shedeur gonna be the one? Hey man, yeah, I hear what y'all saying, man. I don't know, man. My dad said I don't need to. Hey dad, look, Coach Davis say I need to do it this way. Mm-hmm. What you think, Dad? Nah, son, you do it the way we've been doing it. You feel me? Not in a negative way. It could be positive.
Now to that point, I did see something where Shedeur responded to that, right? Mm-hmm. that his dad's been around, but he says dad doesn't. That's not his position.
His position coach,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So he's like, I have never had an issue with my position coach, nor have you ever heard I had an issue with my position coach. Matter of fact, he went as far as say, my dad is, of course, the head coach, but my dad don't necessarily coach me. So I understand where he's coming from that angle too, right? But let me ask you this, and Desiree, if you are the head of your organization, right, and you had an opportunity to draft him, but you took in consideration about everything you just said and everything that we've heard, right? I do have the right to say, no, I don't think this is the best fit for me. I do have the right to say, nah, I don't know if I want all that to come into my program, right? I do reserve that right to make that determination. So do I fault organization if they just looked at the totality of what they may be getting, if I'm right or wrong?
No.
I have the decision to make. And sometimes if I have kids right now in Little League and I know how their parent is,
yeah. You don't want to do
I don't
it.
even want that kid on my team, to be honest with you.
But you're right, they not at fault. They can run their organization how they want to run. But I never seen this happen. Most of the time when a quarterback is rated that high for us being drafted, I never seen it. This is even. I'm gonna tell y'all. Sometimes you can make good out of negativity, even though it was negative on our end. But in the NFL end, it was positive because they had 13.7 million views watching to see what they're gonna do.
Continue to watch.
Yeah.
Usually people don't watch that far into
This
the
is
draft.
new to us. I mean, I ain't never seen this real.
That's what you ever seen either.
What?
You never seen, even Archie Manning, whoever you want to say, you never seen someone like Deion, right?
Yeah.
Being in that position with a child that's coming out that highly ranked, and
Yeah.
the aura, and the presence, and the when you talk about Deion just personally, right? I don't think we ever seen that either.
No.
So that's
all this stuff, man.
It's just different, man.
It's different.
It's-
Hey, we got
it's
to move
different.
on, man. We
But
gotta
hold
different.
on, before we move on, let's congratulate our hometown, Jonte.
Yes, sir.
Jonte was drafted to
Yes, sir.
Baltimore Ravens, so congratulations to him.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir,
We're so
man.
proud of you.
Look,
Keep making the
Jonte
family
Wester.
proud.
Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir.
One day we got to get you on the show.
Yeah, man,
for
we got to
sure.
get you on the show,
All
man.
right. So Green, what else we got next, man?
Boy, hey. Talking about the question?
Hey, let's go, man. Let's go.
That's where y'all talking about the question? But listen to this question, y'all. Well, I don't even think it's a question. I just want to hear y'all thoughts.
Okay.
I was just sitting in the backyard one day, me and my dog, my dog Bruce, my dog now, and just going over stuff in my head, man, just going over stuff, man, and I just came up with this thought, man.
Is Bruce a dog?
His
or
dog.
Yeah,
His
like a
dog.
real
His
dog.
real dog, not a friend.
Not a friend,
Like an animal.
yeah, like a dog best friend, boy. Yeah, that's my dog. Yeah. Hey,
No.
know how they say not a dog best friend, a man's best
Man's
friend.
best
Yeah,
friend.
my dog Bruce.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Big Bruce. Shout out to Bruce, baby. Bruce. But listen, y'all, listen. What do y'all think is the black man enemy? All right.
Okay.
I got three scenarios. Is it a scenario?
3 options.
3 options. What y'all think a black man enemy is? The white man is one. Self-confidence is another. Or going to the doctor. What y'all think the black man enemy is? The white man, self-confidence, or going to the doctor?
That's 3 good ones.
Yeah.
That's 3 good ones. Because I think all of them are a problem. I think all of them are a problem. I wouldn't say enemy for all of them.
Right.
But I would say all of them present.
Well, the reason I say enemy because sometimes we treat it like
Treated as though.
like the enemy.
Yeah.
You know, when I say white men, we do treat it like that's an enemy.
Well, I'm taking this.
Self-confidence is treated.
That doctor was an enemy of mine.
See
It was an enemy of mine. I don't say only. I think for me, man, because I have not, I haven't had a doctor. I haven't had a doctor, and I'm not a person that's a sickly person. I catch the common cold every year. But other than that, I haven't had any issues. I get my blood pressure taken, and my blood pressure always good. I just recently started getting some things that was of a problem, but I was always just scared to go because I don't want to know really truly if it's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know. One, outside of I don't want to know, I don't want to pay no money either. You know what I'm saying? to find out if I go in this doctor office, I don't know how much this gonna cost me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just being honest, y'all.
Oh, boy.
It's gonna cost me, like, I guess money shouldn't be an issue.
It was he don't want to pay no money.
But just the unknown is what worries me the most. When it comes down to the doctor. I just recently did go and get me a doctor, which is good. We'll talk more about that later. But that has always been, I guess, my enemy in a sense. Going to the doctor. I don't know why that's the case with us.
I don't know either, man.
I don't know if y'all scared like I'm scared.
Hey, man. I don't think we scared, man. What you think, Desiree, from a woman's point of view?
So I'm going to go this way, and actually, I'm going to go confidence.
Self-confident.
And I'm going to say that because this here is going to tie into the other two options. So with going to the doctor, because again, like you said, you don't want to know the fear of the unknown. Right. So if you find out something that can affect your confidence and going to the doctor, and then on the other hand, it's, the white man always trying to do this. And majority of our doctors are Caucasians. We do have a few, of other ethnicities, but, the Caucasians make up most of that. So, our men can say, they trying to put this or put that on me or say, whatever. So I just feel like confidence ties into all three. Not per se like, because it'll fall into self-care. So, I would say the confidence, and that kind of ties everything in together.
You think that is a direct, do you think that's the only thing it ties into when you talk about self-confidence, or could it just be just I don't have any self-confidence as a black man?
Well, it could, but then what would be that reason for you to not have confidence as a black man? Because it's rooted from somewhere.
It is rooted from somewhere. Where is that rooted from? And I think that's probably the bigger thing when it comes down to us. Like, if we're going to identify self-confidence as being an enemy, like, where's that coming from? Is it coming from our upbringing?
Right.
Where we may already know we have a disadvantage. How do we get to the next stage of our life that might be stable? Because it could lead directly to finances. Yeah. Right? But it could lead directly next to just trying to live up to the neighborhood quota, right? Or status.
Status,
of what we should be and how we should do it. And when we don't meet that, then that plays an effect.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah.
Now, are we speaking in terms of, let's just say, growing up in the hood, right? That's just kind of like growing up in the hood. That's what we say. We grew up in the hood.
Right.
Right? When it comes down to being a family man and being able to raise your kids, and knowing that you are being the best husband that you could possibly be, man, there's a lot of places where we lack.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of places where we lack that can have a direct reflect on our self-confidence and who we truly are as a man and as men. So that's an interesting thing. I think self-confidence can lead in many different directions. Tie into a lot of different things about how we value ourselves.
And I was going to say, when it comes to the self-confidence as a black man, is that something that men are willing to identify and seek the necessary steps to navigate through that? because I mean, because you're in a particular place at that moment doesn't mean you have to stay stuck there. So is that something, okay, well, you know, I'm falling short here in this area, so what is it that I can do to do better in this area? And then that helps boost that self-confidence and makes you a better man.
Yeah.
So.
Sure, man. Because the reason I came up with those three, because I feel like those three are somewhat of the reason why it keeps us back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because every time you hear, you know, black men conversate, you know, we always blame the white man.
Well, like Reggie said, y'all are born,
Yeah.
and I mean, I explain this to Christian. I mean, as a black male, you're already born into a disadvantage. Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's true. That's why I feel like it can all tie in together.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in one way or the other, you have to prove yourself 10 times as much as the other person.
You can't let that hold us back, man, huh?
The interesting thing is, you know, you gave us three options. I said one, Desiree said another. But we didn't say white man first.
Right.
Right?
No.
Now, for me personally, the white man is not the enemy to me.
Yeah.
I understand that there are certain things that go on in the community, in our country, that the white man have a lot of power and privileges and stuff like that. But I think I just have a lot more self-confidence in myself to let the white man be the reason, or we have some type of a feel like I have an enemy within the white populations that I can't, you know, get myself in a better spot. Now, can I reach a spot and the white man can hold me there? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I probably can't go no higher than this spot because that white man will not allow me to enter into that atmosphere.
Right.
But I can't just say out of the three choices, the white
that would
man
be a top
probably
one.
would be my least of them.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say, but you hear it all the time. You always hear people say, "Man, the white man keeping me from doing this. The white man keeping me from doing that." Then you hear people say, "I don't have the confidence, man. I don't have the confidence to do this. I don't have the confidence to do that." And then you know we don't go to the doctor.
Right.
You know.
That's a big one for black men.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's one for men in general, though. But,
Yeah.
But, you know, for the black man it is.
Yeah, man. So I was just home sitting in the backyard. And
With his dog.
Yeah, with my dog, man, it just came to me. I said, man, you know what? We got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because confidence, white man, and the doctor. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. If we as blacks conquers those three things, I think we'll be all right, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Doug?
About.
There's broken down.
When you see this black man, if you had to say which one that you're most attracted to, one with confidence, one that got so much pride that nobody can bring down, or one that because I hear sometimes people say, "Man, you go to the doctor, that's sexy." You know what I'm saying? Like, that can be a
Yeah.
You take care of yourself.
Because you're taking care of
Right?
yourself.
So
Yeah.
which one of those would you say out of the black man for you, which would be more attractive if they would have they were really good in this area?
I would say confidence.
Yeah.
I would say confidence, and because I feel like, again, I'm going to just tie that back to the doctor. If you're confident in who you are, then you're going to take care of yourself in those necessary areas of your life. So, yeah.
And to be honest with y'all, that can be referred to the women too.
Absolutely.
Those three things.
Yeah.
White man, self-confidence, and doctor.
Yeah.
A lot of women probably don't go to the doctor like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, men are known not to go.
Right.
You know, women are known more to go, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of women ain't going to the doctor. There's a lot of women don't have self-confidence.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of women blame the white
Feel like
man
they're
too.
held back because of
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I got one more topic, man, before we head on out of this
Okay.
Front Porch, man. You know, recently, man, I saw something on Facebook. ties right back down to our community. And quite frankly, I have no clue, man. Maybe you guys help me out. I've been hearing this back and forth all the time about the leadership of Reggie Bellamy. Right? You know, he was one of our, I think, county commissioners at one point. He is also, he runs the Palmetto Youth Center. But recently, man, I heard some talking. I don't even know how true this is. I may be putting something out there in the atmosphere that may not even be the truth. But I did read it. I know what I saw. You know what I'm saying, Greg?
Yeah.
I know what came in your shop.
I know.
And, you
I know too.
There's been some talk about, hey, they've been wanting Reggie Bellamy removed for quite some time. I won't say everybody. Pockets of people have been wanting that. I definitely heard that. Well, just recently, man, we heard something about Willie Tiger. Willie Tiger is assistant coach for Baltimore Ravens right now, hometown guy. Manatee High graduate, went over to the University of Western Kentucky, did a lot of great things with that. During the part of the Harbaugh family right now, head coach of different colleges, and now we hear he could be behind the push or the removal of Reggie Bellamy to bring in a new leadership. I don't know if it's him per se or it's somebody that he's sponsoring or what that case may be. But man, what you guys think about this? Do we need to leave this alone, or is this something that we really need to be looking at?
Well, to be honest with you, we don't even know how true it is.
Yeah.
You know what they say, you can't believe everything that you read on Facebook and all that. But man, what's the problem though, man? What's wrong with us though, man? You know, I mean, but we something else, man. We something else. What is he not doing? See, I don't even be over there enough to know what he's doing and what he's not doing.
Right.
But my issue is, why this issue, man? Why? We just got to talking about self-confidence in the black man. Man, sometimes we just need to sit down and talk and try to iron out whatever problem it is, man.
Right.
I mean, this our community. It don't matter who runs that community center. It's going to always be somebody that's going to dislike what's going on. If I take over the youth center, somebody going to say Green ain't doing a good job. It's going to be something about what Green ain't doing. It's going to be something about what Reggie Davis ain't doing. It's going to be something about what Desiree ain't doing. So you're never going to be satisfied.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure whoever ran the youth center before Reggie, it was some people saying they didn't like what was going on with that.
Right.
So who is the right person? Oh, y'all saying Willie Tiger now because he's in the NFL. He's got NFL money, so now he's finna be the savior because y'all think he got connections. Man, look, I'm in the barbershop. If Willie Tiger ain't came in here and told me that, I don't believe it.
Right.
You know, but it sounds good because his position.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds good.
Right.
But we hadn't how true.
Right. Because would it be him himself? Like,
Yeah.
what position? Like, again, I don't know. I've read a few things here and there, but I'm like you. I would like the full story on if that's what's happening. Because you kind of really can't have an opinion on something you really don't know about.
I mean, it's on Facebook talking about they want the man. Y'all get they need to change the leadership at the youth center before he even. To me, that don't even sound like Willie Tiger.
Right.
You know, I got to hear it from Willie. Because some people just be putting stuff on people because of their position.
Right. Right.
You know.
Right. Well, here's another thing. Sometimes we can recommend a person to be in charge of something, right? Mm-hmm. Now, believe it or not, Reggie Davis' name came up at some point as a recommendation. Yeah, Reggie Davis. Name came up. Hey, man.
Name came up for what?
Want you to help take the youth center and move us in the right direction. Now.
Oh.
get this now. That never came from me. Someone felt that I could possibly be a person that could do a good job in it. Now, if you ask me, I can't do a good job. That's just me, right? I don't think that I can do. And the reason I'm saying that is because
So your name came up without nobody even asking you. Somebody just brought your name up.
Yeah, but the reason I'm saying that is because, I have never been in a position to run something like a youth center. Mm-hmm. I feel like I would need to be associated with youth center at some point, kind of coming from the ground, moving my way up in the organization, for me to feel like I know what I'm doing. Right. I have no clue where to start, where to end. I don't. Can I learn? Possibly, but it's gonna take me a while. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm not just jumping in there and saying, all right, let's go. Let's go. Got all these great ideas. Right. So a person like Willie, that I feel like, okay, he probably has some ideas, but it's one thing to have ideas, it's another thing to run it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? That's one thing to be a coach. A player, it's a different thing to coach it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? So I don't think that, yes, we can find attributes in somebody that we think is pleasing, that could be good, that could be they're a good name in the community, that they feel like, hey man, you'll probably do a good job. We can have that recommendation, right? But it's another thing to actually get it done. Mm-hmm. So if Willie's name came up, what I would want to know is if Willie, just like you said, is this something that you really want, right? Yeah. And then
man.
Number two is why we got to keep doing this with Mr. Bellamy.
That's I don't understand
it. Seems like he can't do anything right.
I don't understand it, man.
We talked about the pool down there. Even the pool came to the community, that wasn't right. There's other things this man has said that they weren't right when he was in the county commissioner seat. Man, it's wild, man. What is it?
We ain't never satisfied, real.
Say that, yeah. And you can't please or satisfy everyone. Mm-hmm. It's gonna always be someone unhappy. And
we ain't satisfied, man. We just not satisfied. Even with the pool at Lincoln Park, it looked good to me. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, it looked good to me. Yeah. I'm satisfied with it. The reason I'm saying I'm satisfied with it, real, we do a lot of talking. They talking about that's not a big pool. The pool ain't no Olympic size pool. Hell, man, we don't even swim no more. We don't even swim no more. Why the hell are we talking about a pool? We don't even swim anymore, real.
That's what's being said?
Yeah, they talking about, man, that pool ain't big enough, man. That ain't the right size pool. We ain't even swimming.
Right.
I'm from the east side of Bradenton. Been there all my life, real. We got an East Bradenton pool.
Yeah.
I can ride by there doing something. I can count the people that's in that pool swimming.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking about us.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Like, man, we ain't swimming no more. When we go to the beach, we don't even swim. Mm-hmm. Right. So why the hell we worrying about what size the pool is? We got a pool on the east side we ain't swimming in. Now, when I was young, we was there.
Used to be at the pool.
Now, you bring that pool right there. Put my youth with that pool right there. Boy, we'll be in that pool, real. Yeah. We'll be having a ball.
Right.
And don't that one have a slide or something?
Man, that pool, man, we'd have been over there.
Yeah.
Right. So
then they talking about, you can't go over there. They say you got to sign up online. So you sign up, you're doing everything else online.
Times have changed with a lot of things.
Yeah. So what's the big deal, man? I don't understand it. They act like it's a sign over there saying no blacks allowed.
Right.
Show me a sign over there say no Negroes allowed.
Right.
Then I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you want to swim, go over there and swim.
Do it online and go over there.
But we just complain about everything, man.
Yeah.
Complaining about the youth center. The youth center is there. All right. Reggie Bellamy is there. Tony Stevens is there. A lot of people that I'm good friends with work there.
Right.
Missy used to work there.
Yeah.
Farron Horn used to work there. Mm-hmm. Robert Powell. I can keep going. But real, if you get a job over there, real, you think they like you, real. You'll see who like you and who don't like you if you get the job over there, real.
Right.
Because it's gonna be some people want you to do certain things they want you to do, and you ain't gonna agree with it. Then you're gonna become the bad guy.
Oh,
Well, they gonna drag you.
Yeah, they gonna drag you.
They gonna drag you.
Yeah.
My self-confidence.
Yeah.
My self-confidence. Somebody that I don't need.
Right.
approval.
The approval.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. I can stand on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Thank you for myself. Thank you. I appreciate the idea, or you know what? That's something that we can consider.
Yeah.
Man, be happy a black man running the youth center. Be happy Reggie Bellamy was even in the office. We always complain about we ain't got no blacks in the office. Now we ain't got no damn blacks in the office.
Yeah.
Now what the problem is? You know? All this talk, we be talking, all this talking and talking. But if something happened to Reggie, they're going to be the first one. Man, God, I'm so sorry that happened to him.
Yeah.
Tell a man now.
Yeah.
If you got an issue with him, the door open, go talk to him. There's a lot of stuff going on that I don't know about, so I can't speak about that. People might have issue with Reggie. I don't know. I'm not saying don't have. If you got an issue with him, so be it. I don't have an issue with him
Yeah.
because I don't know. I know him personally, so I feel like if I got an issue with him, I can go talk to him personally. But I never had an issue with him. I don't have issue with nobody. You know? So we need to stop all this, man, get him out the chair, get him away from the youth center, make the pool bigger, you know, cook the food around here better. I hear all this stuff in the barbershop, man. Could I stop what I hear? No. But could I have an opinion about what I hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Stop all this crazy stuff, man. We need to get together and do something.
Well, recently, man, I just heard. They always say, you know, there's somebody that's in charge.
Yeah.
Someone that's always over you, right? Don't think because you just the owner or the CEO of this company that you don't have someone to answer to, right?
Right.
And for Reggie Bellamy, I don't know what's going on, but I do know this. Heck, he may want to do what you propose, Green.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a board that says
You can't just go jump out the
we
door
ain't
now.
moving that direction, then we ain't moving that direction.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's been going on. I don't know how many ideas that people brought to him that he either agreed with or did not agree with or tried to get through to the board and the board said no. Yeah. I just know that at the end of the day, I can't just say it's all Reggie.
Nah,
I
man.
don't know what's going on. But
No.
I would hate. I hate to hear a lot of times that he's been blamed for a lot of stuff that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
When he also has somebody that he has to
Answer to.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Man, look here, man. Even if let's say Willie Tiger do get it. Let's say throw his name out there. Oh yeah. They pushing for him to get it, but soon he get it, they gonna be like, oh man, he ain't spending his money the right way. All that money that man got, that man should be doing this. Why he charging for a camp, man?
Right.
All that damn money he got. Man, because I know how it is around here. See, y'all want Willie because y'all think because he with the Baltimore Ravens and got money coming in, it's supposed to be Hollywood over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hollywood over there till he don't give y'all no money. Then y'all gonna be talking about him.
Well,
So until Willie say out his own mouth that what they saying on Facebook is true, till then I don't believe it.
gotcha. Well, I don't think
Man.
people necessarily believe
Man, the people crazy.
what happened in the White House when President Obama, the black savior, got in there, and they were highly disappointed because they felt like things should have been done
Yeah.
for the black people.
Yeah.
So
They feel like more collard greens should have been in the pot.
at the highest position in the world, right? The black man didn't do what you expected him to do, and he wasn't the right person because he didn't.
Well, and again,
So-
just like Green was saying, there are still people, if you're doing it the correct way,
Yeah.
there are still people who you can't just go and do what you want. Well, you're not supposed to just go and do what you
Man.
want to do
Right.
because that's what, you have the House
Man.
and the Senate for. But, so
You ain't
it's
gonna
not-
please. You're not gonna please everybody,
You're
man.
not.
You're not gonna do it, man.
Well, listen, man. We out
Can't
of time,
please, man.
man. We out of time. Hey, man.
Yeah, we out of time,
Hey,
man.
appreciate you guys joining in. Hey, make sure you go ahead and put some comments in there, man. If you
Yeah.
feel a certain way about, anything we discussed today, go ahead. We want to hear.
Boy, we got Desiree on the front porch. Got Desiree on the front porch. She is on the screen. Desiree.
Some more things Desiree gonna be coming out with. She's gonna let you guys know a little bit later, though.
Yes, sir.
But listen, man. Hey, this truth be told. T Green in the building.
In the building, man.
Desiree in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This your boy Real Deal, man. We appreciate you guys. This is another edition of Truth Be Told. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the Real Deal and the GodBarber. I hope that you ready. Keep it funny and edgy. Let's